Hey landlords, Paul J. Roulard from Ontario Landlord Help Group. Let's talk about leasing your property in Ontario. We have a unique system. We call it DIY leasing. It's directly on our website. If you'd like more information, just click on the leasing tab. You'll see everything right here. And if you want to talk to us and ask us any questions, on the bottom of our website, just go ahead and click the chat window. You can reach us any time of the day, on the weekend, and just chat with us and ask us any questions. You can also visit our Facebook group and reach out to me, send me a direct message or anybody from our team, or fill the contact form on the website. So let's jump right into it. DIY leasing. So we have a few different packages available. This package is exclusively just for our property management clients. Okay, so you get access to a really unique feature. If you're not a property management client, that's okay. You can utilize the full service 1 month's rent. So in every city of Ontario, we can list your property, do everything from start to finish, including all of the screening, everything that you need, and it's 1 month's rent commission. So all the details are right here. So if you'd like to go through it, and if you want to ask us any other questions, go ahead, you can always reach us. So let's talk about the DIY leasing. So depending on what property management package you have, just visit the 1.5% property management tab, and it's going to show you all of the 3 different options for our property management packages. So if you choose one, so your DIY package, it's $299 for the posting on Realtor.ca. And if you choose the full service 3% package, it's $259 for the posting on Realtor.ca. And if you want the legal edge package at 8.5%, it's free. So any of your postings, so if you have a high turnover property like a student rental or something along those lines, this package is amazing for you. And not only do you get free postings on Realtor.ca, is you get all the legal coverage that's included as well. So let's jump right back into the leasing and what that includes for you. So it's a comprehensive marketing, so maximum visibility through cooperation with real estate brokerages. So Realtor.ca is really great for listing properties. I mean, I've been licensed for 22 years now, and there was, for pretty much 3/4 of my career, we wouldn't really put listings on Realtor.ca. We'd put them, when Kijiji was really busy, and then now it's Marketplace. But those places are horrible now, and we get tons of messages from, is it available? Hello, is it available? And we get tons of messages like that. And, they're spam, they're bots. They're tenants who are abusing landlords and looking for landlords who are vulnerable and just willing to say, hey, yeah, it's okay. Come and I'll rent your place to you. And they're looking for these landlords that don't have a system that's in front of them. So you get the Realtor.ca, and it gives you the full maximum exposure. And we don't have people who are just messaging us, who are phishing and looking for vulnerable landlords. They have to come through us and the real estate network, which is powerful in itself. It also so it's posted on Realtor.ca. In this package, photos by the landlord. So the landlord's going to take all the photos. They're going to send them to us. Same thing with the videos. If you want a virtual tour, do your virtual tour, send them to us. We post the link, so that way it's directly right there on Realtor.ca. And the landlord's also going to do all the showings. So you do all the showings. You have the power over meeting your tenants and seeing them in real life, not just over a phone. And you have the power to have that conversation and to ask the important questions and to filter out the tenants who you don't want. And you also handle all the inquiries, so all the phone calls, etc. So you can, ask them all kinds of questions. And if you don't like them, then you just move on. And if you do like them, you send them directly to us, and we do all of the screening on the tenant. So the screening includes financial background checks, so income, credit checks, employment status. So part of our system, what it does is when we go through the screening, the tenant is going to link their bank account, and you're going to see transaction reports for the last 12 months, and you're going to see everything they spend their money on. If they have interest payments, they loan payments, or anything along those lines. It literally breaks everything down for you so you can see it. So no tenant can ever lie again about their financials. And if a tenant doesn't want to do this, it's okay. Go find another property. we're not interested in working with you. So we are eliminating the red flags, the risks with renting properties, and this is a really great feature. Credit checks is almost like a dinosaur. It's old. A lot of landlords still love it. Some of the information is still useful, but anybody can lie with a credit check, and who knows? You don't know how much money they have in their account, or they can afford your property. So a credit check is never going to tell you any of this information. So that's why the transaction reports are so valuable. And to me personally, I love them, and they work out great. So it includes that. You get the background checks, the rental history, the references. So we contact previous landlords. We also do a landlord easy check. We do a can lead check. We do open room check. All of that's there. We want to make sure that they're not in the system and they have an LTB order against them, anything along those lines. So the landlord has the option to approve the tenant. So it's completely up to you. So if you don't like the tenant because of the color shirt they're wearing, or it doesn't even matter for any reason, if you don't like how they talk to you, and if they're, like I said, it doesn't matter. You just tell us and we will handle it whatever way you want. We work for you, the landlord, and we want to do what makes you happy. So you have the power to not approve any tenant that you don't want to approve. And then we also do the lease signing, first and last month's rent collection, and then the key deposit. So we handle that part of it, and then the move-in checklist with the tenant. So the move-in checklist is another great tool. What we do is we do a virtual walkthrough with the tenant, and it's a screen recorded. So we go through all of that with the tenant, and if there's anything, it's almost like circling around a rental car when you rent a car. It's a similar kind of idea. So that's done with the tenant, and then the key coordination and distribution. So we handle that part as well. Your listing is also syndicated to several thousands of websites, including like real estate agency websites, brokerage websites. It goes to apartments.com and condos.ca and a bunch of other different websites. There's all kinds of them out there. So it syndicates to all these different websites, even like Zillow. We get messages from all these different websites that tenants are going on, and not just family and type residential properties. I'm talking student rentals as well. So we get tons and tons of messages from students who are looking for rental properties. So this is your DIY package. That's exactly what it is. If you have any other questions on this, feel free to reach out to one of our team members. If this isn't the package for you, that's completely okay. Some landlords want a complete hand-off approach on renting the property. So we have the full service. So 1 month's rent. So we literally do everything right from the start all the way to the end. We do all your photos, your videos. We do your tours. We can even do the hashtags on social media, on Instagram and on TikTok and on YouTube. We can provide you with shorts. We do all that as well. Some of these tools are really great for some types of properties. Some properties, it doesn't work that great, but it all depends on your property. But we will know right off the hop what your property is going to be good for, because this is what we do for a living, right? But yeah, we do all that: photos, videos, showings, handling all the inquiries, all the tenant screening that I just talked about. So everything's included, and at the end of the day, the landlord, you have the power to accept the tenant. So that's the leasing services right there. If you have any other questions, reach out to one of our team members, and we are here to help you. So thanks a lot, landlords, and happy landlording.